I just like to make my garden.
Behold, my majesty, I am horrendous.
He's going to show us he's going to show us a pure knowledge. Here is a potato I made yesterday. I grew it in my garden.
Any minute now, I'll be able to say hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons.
One day, John, but not today.
Hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is John, and I am joined by Jeff.
Hello.
Sean.
I think that was it. Just like a grunt. I think that was it.
Michael.
It is too hot today.
Yes.
And Jennifer.
Hey.
And also, apparently, a Yowza is in the chat. Hello, Yowza.
Yowza!
Inspector
Woo!
Gadget.
Yowza.
Yowza.
Wowza.
We are here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. That's the thing we do on a Sunday night.
Who doesn't want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Good.
It's either that or
I think we should play Gungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Just everyone just
Yep.
Kimbo pistols just shooting wildly everywhere.
No, there's a game called Enter the Gungeon, and they have a expansion pack to the game, and it is called Advanced Gungeons and Dragons.
What's better than a dragon? A dragon.
that's the next campaign after this.
I mean, their sequel to Enter the Gungeon is Exit the Gungeon. After you've spent the entire game getting in, you have to now get your way back out again. That's actual truth. That is a thing. Go look it up. Anyway, we are here to play Dungeons and Dragons. Last time this group got together, they travelled back from Mount Hammerhast to Summit Hall, where they reported in that they had successfully saved the Sword's Coast from a giant volcano and a rather large lava dragon. Along the way, they had experienced a couple of bad dreams that, for some of the group, brought forth memories of being on the battlefield, or memories of times on a mysterious island that they would much rather forget.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody hates Love Island. I don't blame them for wanting to forget.
They saw a mysterious symbol burning in the sky that it appears has caused an issue with certain summoning magic, causing it to be harder to summon creatures from other planes of existence. They researched into Malazan, otherwise known as the Angel in Irons, and found that he had been sealed away about 4 centuries previously by a gold dragon known as Palarandusk, otherwise going under the pseudonyms of the Sun Dragon and the Unseen Protector. Further research into his area of influence, you discovered that a town called Ieirithymbul, a gnomish mining community, had a guardian spirit that was known as the Unseen Protector. They weren't sure who or what it really was, just that occasionally something protected them. And you decided that that was a decent enough shout to... This is just a standard 5e campaign, Yowza. That was a decent shout to go and explore Ieirithymbul and hopefully find Palarandusk or some evidence of Malazan's influence. Did I give a travel time last time? I can't recall.
Was it 3 days?
think he said 3 days.
3 days. Yeah. Normally it's 3 days.
I think it's about 3 days.
Let's
3
go for 3
days?
days.
Let's go.
3
yeah,
days.
Three days.
For me.
3 days, guys.
I'm good.
So you set off at the end of the last session. No, I think
Yeah.
it was actually 2 days because it's slightly shorter than your previous trip.
So maybe it's 2.
So maybe
I want this.
we'll go with 2 because I know
Yay.
that it's shorter than the trip to Summit Hall from Hammerhast. So you set off and everything's nice. It's when you were setting off, it was about 9:30ish. In the evening, it's night time, and you get the castle oriented in the right direction and go have a sleep. Or not have a sleep, as the case may be, Steel
Yes.
and a Solar.
Does the Solar not
Yes.
sleep?
No, it's
A Solar
meditates
meditates.
for 4 hours per night.
A Solar meditates, and Steel goes into shutdown mode for 6 hours.
Sage is obviously not standing on the ledge this time.
Oh, oh,
He's standing actually on the side, like behind the ledge.
You have a relatively restful night. You still all see the spiral in the sky, the fiery spiral. It's pale, and it still seems to be about the same distance away from you wherever you happen to be looking.
I take it's brighter in the night time, like a moon or something.
It's easier to see at night, because obviously
Probably a bad thing.
it's because obviously against the sun it's quite faint. You can still pick it out in the sun sky, in the daytime sky, but it's difficult to see. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you are traveling?
No, I think Lunar's just sort of gonna rest and meditate.
Did you bring
Okay.
any notes with us about Palarandus and the everybody, the other ones were doing? Whose name? Can't remember, is it?
Malazan.
Malazan, that's it. Did you bring any notes about them with us? And Ieirithymbul?
You can have done.
I'm gonna say that that Isola took some notes and she's now just like going over them, just like studying them intently, just to
Okay.
make sure she knows exactly what's written on them.
Sage is doing the same because he got some books about Palandras, like the childhood stories that Mum and Dad read to him when he was a little boy.
And Lunar's still rewriting the book on unicorns.
Was it chapter 65?
No, I think she's still on chapter 14.
Oh, sorry, no, they're not chapter. Issue 45, 65. 65 books.
Like the first 70 chapters of the first 10 issues are just correcting misconceptions about unicorns. See, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong.
So Jeff,
Greetings.
Isola finds the following information. Ieirithymbul is a fairly small community. It's about 400 adults, predominantly gnomes. You find that their chief exports are coal, copper, and iron, and that a band of travellers from Leylon travels up there about once a month to trade with the miners to swap food for ore deposits and take the ore, the mined materials for sale elsewhere, weather permitting.
Okay.
That they are along the high road south of Leylon.
Sorry, is that Ieirithymbul is south of Leylon?
Ieirithymbul is south of Leylon. A little bit south. That's pretty much what you can find out at the moment.
That's
So
fair,
yeah,
that's fine.
copper, iron, and coal.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. I'm sure we can get some extra materials. It could be nice to do some business there as well. Do we need anything like that for the ship, for the castle?
Steel might be interested in iron and coal. I don't know if he is making something with that or can use that.
I might be able to make stuff if I get some materials.
Do some business.
We've got.
Can't think of anything Lunar would use, but she'd be happy to pay for anything if anybody finds themselves short. You
How
know,
are we-
like,
How are we doing for food on this castle?
that's a good idea. Then
Well-
Lunar on the grocery run, she comes back with all the expensive stuff. Lunar, you could have gotten like 10 of these for so much cheaper at the others. I know, but this stuff's more expensive, so clearly it is better quality.
You're not the one that gets that. The one that's like, oh, it was on sale.
Kind of the opposite of that. It was more expensive, so it must be better.
To be honest, I would have let Borrowed be the. He's the chef. He knows what to get, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's the food man.
Food is
Yeah, but
killed.
he's not here, so Lunar has to do it.
He is in spirit.
Sean, what was that?
I was going to say the person that we would ask who would know what we're doing for food supplies isn't here, so we can't
Yeah.
really set.
Borrowed lets you know that you've got a decent supply of food at the moment. You don't really need to pick food up, and that a mining community isn't the best place for that.
This is true. If they trade in, if they give their materials away for food, they
Yeah.
probably don't really care about.
Gnomes don't really need a lot, do they? You know.
They're in the mountains, so growing crops is difficult.
I mean, portion size. You know, one bit of bread that could last them a week.
No,
No, gnomes are fairly.
I feel like you're being racist to gnomes, and I'm not sure how that makes me feel.
No, I was being. It's called microaggression.
Microaggression. I'm still pretty sure that's.
I'll tell you later.
Can you be racist to a mythical species? Does that work?
It's mythical racism.
Mythical racism.
Michael
Hard-hitting questions.
Sage reads in his book about a number of times that the Sun Dragon protected Neverwinter from orc hordes and from invaders from the Moonshay Isles.
My dad told me better stories of this. Like I just got a lovely, like, grin on my face.
You just don't get the voices if you're reading it to yourself.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, Dad used to do the actions and everything.
my favourite stories were when he said, "If you don't go to bed, the Sun Dragon will tear you from them."
No, the orcs will get me. No, the orcs will get me. No. I had a little dragon made of wood. Aw.
Hey,
What else?
well, nice for you. When Lunar was a small child, her father said if she didn't go to bed, he'd sell her with the rest.
What else do I learn, John? What else do I learn?
Sandbagging that.
What does Sage learn?
Uh,
Or remembers?
between the book and lining things up, you realize that about a little over 4 centuries ago, the Sun Dragon stopped defending Neverwinter, and nobody's entirely sure what happened.
Clearly, he went into retirement.
With some of the less storybooks and more researchy books that Essela has borrowed, you do discover that at one point Palarandusk, you can find evidence of a house in Neverwinter, a mansion southeast of Neverwinter, that was apparently owned by a Palarandusk. And that something destroyed the house. And the timeline would about match up with when he was known to disappear.
Okay. I'm writing this down. I've got a lot of questions to
Like
ask
in
him.
bed, but he just wouldn't listen.
That's when the wars happened. That's when the orcs and other fiends started attacking Neverwinter. I want to see if Sage cries, but I don't think it's like it's like a nostalgia. But no one can see this. He's too manly and unemotional to cry.
Lunar just sort of looks at him like, grow up.
Where are you? I'm on the castle. I'm on the top.
Lunar's just got like super bullshit sensors, so she's always finding Sage and going, man up.
Pussy. Pussy.
The day passes. You head to bed. Some of you meditate, some of you enter low power mode. 2 of you actually sleep properly like normal people.
Normal people.
I know, right?
Do we have any normal people on this trip?
Well, I mean, Borrowed is still sleeping in the kitchen, and Sage, for some reason, still has a room somewhere in the castle, but you keep finding him up asleep amongst the buttresses.
Sage anywhere but his room.
Why did we give him one?
I like to imagine that Sage's room is just like covered in dust that he's never used.
It's not even like a bed. It's just a mattress on the floor, and just a pillow. Not even a pillow, just straw.
But it's a pile of crap.
And Lunar's just sitting there going, okay, there's trying to be cool, and then there's just being impractical.
You never know. I might need to do my room up one day.
One day he just walks in, and there's all this like expensive bedding and crap, and you know, he's all like, where'd all this stuff come from?
No, it's just pictures of the paintings of Palandrus.
No. The room would be full of all of this really, really expensive stuff.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
everything the modern man-child would need.
That is true. Like adult man.
And
I've got money, but it's not stuff that's useful.
Would you guys like to do anything on day 2 of the trip?
Lunar's gonna try and cook and fail miserably.
Okay. Borrowed will attempt to show you how to do it so that it's edible.
Borrowed will attempt to stop you.
Borrowed is
No,
just
Borrowed-
thinking-
Borrowed is happy to show people how to cook.
he's just
Whether
happy
he
that
succeeds.
he's not as bad as Chupa.
Yeah. Whether he succeeds is an entirely different matter. he's always happy to show people how to cook.
Lunar sort of gets the gist of it. She's clearly not going to be like a master chef, you know. She doesn't really get the idea of adding like spices and stuff. She'll cook. It just comes out like very basic, but hey, at least it's something. And it's edible, unlike much of what Chupa cooks.
Just to be annoying, Solo's just like gonna wander in search of like toast or something, just pick up a piece of bread and.
Where is Asola reading at the moment?
Where? Actually, where? Physically,
Like
where?
Whereabouts on the castle?
I'd probably be in her room mostly. Actually, no. I think she's gonna be. She's a noble, isn't she? I think she'd like have a table set up on the outside on the green with a cup of tea and a book.
Okay.
Because I'm a dignified lady, god damn it.
It is time for tea. You spend the day. You spend the day reading. More about Ieirithymbul and the surrounding area. You discover that the 3 mountain peaks near it, Arabad, Faildir, and Breda, are all named after past heroes, although their exploits are long lost to the passage of time. Actually, Breda isn't one of the peaks. Breda is a sinkhole that ate a river. So you discover a river, Felrenden, that disappears into a sinkhole known as Breda's Pit.
What was the river name, sorry?
Felrenden.
Okay. I don't know why I'm writing all this down. I can just go keen mind later on.
And you read through the book, and some point just after your tea runs out, you put the mug down. You put the cup down.
Mug?
I was going to say, sorry, you're a lady. You put the delicate fine china down. And you look up and you see one of the trees on the green. And suddenly, just for a split second, all the leaves on the tree turn to a rich, vibrant orange.
Ooh.
And the other trees that you can see all turn into oranges, yellows, browns, a very rich cornucopia of colours. And then about a minute passes and you close your eyes and the trees are back to being bright green leaves.
Yeah, it's not autumn and nobody told me. I would have realised.
No, you have the keen mind feat. You know that it is not autumn. It is late spring, early summer.
Would I know of some sort of magical effect that would do that? I don't have detect magic. So this is an oversight on my part.
You can assume that it was a magical effect. You know of a number of illusory spells that might do that. Or that could be used to do that. Roll me an Arcana.
Well,
you know of illusions that would do that.
Yeah.
Things like hallucinatory terrain that causes swaths of landscape to appear differently to certain people.
I would like to go inside the castle and ask the others if they just experienced anything untoward in the last few moments.
Okay.
Who'd be the nearest from where I am? Kitchen. Let's try the kitchen. Let's say the kitchen's nearest to where I am.
So Luna and Borrowed are currently in the middle of a cooking lesson.
Excuse me. I don't suppose you saw anything untoward within the last few moments?
I mean, only what Luna's putting in that stew.
Hey, you're the one who said I was supposed to put it in liberally. How was I supposed to know you didn't mean to dump the entire darn bowl in? I'm sorry.
Is there any sort of herbage or vegetable in the kitchen, I take it?
Yeah, there's these fresh basil leaves.
They didn't change colour in the last 10 minutes or so, by any chance?
Hopefully I wasn't paying attention.
Not while I was looking, no. Why?
I was upstairs on the lawn. Sounds very posh. The trees, the leaves on the trees, have suddenly turned orange and yellow and golden, as if it was autumn just for a split second, and then they were back to normal. I just wondering if anything else had happened, some sort of magical illusion effect or something.
That's peculiar.
I haven't seen anything.
No.
I will go to the others, the Sage and Steel individually, and ask them the same question: has anything odd happened?
I'm going to assume my answer is no. I haven't seen anything.
They both have not seen anything untoward.
Okay. My next question: where exactly were we when it happened? Do we know exactly where we were when it happened?
You would have been about... good question. Let me look at the map.
Makes me think that your location was not related to the situation.
I was just saying, yeah, that seems to answer my next question. So yes.
Because if John doesn't know, then clearly he didn't plan the location.
Is not important.
My map's not loading. One moment. There it is. You would have been passing over the Crypt Garden forest.
Greek to me.
I'm going to ask anyway, do I know anything funny about the Crypt Garden Forest? I assume the answer is no, because I don't think there is.
No, nothing that springs to mind.
Nothing on my part.
In which case, I will file away the occurrence as an unusual occurrence and move on.
Well, that was bizarre.
It was bizarre, yes. I'm sure that if there is a meaning, I'm sure it will become apparent in due time.
Just out of curiosity, you do know exactly what type of herbs you put in that tea, right?
Yours the finest hashish.
I know, right?
With his keen mind... sorry, with her keen mind, Asola knows exactly how the tea was made. As they make it the same way...
Mushrooms!
As they make it the same way every day.
Add a marijuana.
Marijuana.
And this great herb and these great mushrooms, like, mix them together.
The sun sets once again, and your castle makes its way over the mountains, the Sword Mountains. For anyone playing along at home, near Fandalen.
Ooh.
Not that that's relevant to, anyone.
Anything.
This particular adventure, at the very least. And you eventually spot the three distinct peaks of Arbad, Faildeer and Sternhelm, the tallest of the three. Could you guys roll me a perception check as you descend towards Ieirithymbul?
Absolutely, Julie.
Let's see if we notice what horrible thing is occurring that we haven't seen.
I see a thing.
I'm too doused in my book.
Hold on, I'm rolling
I suppose I should get one up
There it
from
is.
Borrowed, really.
perception. Oh my god. I give up. Oh my god.
Oh, see shit!
What do you see?
Okay.
With that perception, Luna barely notices we're flying.
At this
Uh,
point, probably.
It's just all unicorns.
Yeah,
Wait, we're on the
Luna's
ground.
just think, unicorns. Borrowed
Gone dancing on rainbow.
Borrowed and Essela. Somewhat fittingly, Essela, you notice several points in the village of light. Bright, dancing light in the village. Essela, the village appears to be on fire.
You could have just come up. You could have just led with that, really.
The closer that we got.
I'm just gonna say, everyone, the village is on fire. We've got to go in and save the day again.
Yeah. Right, well, if everyone wants to get out of the way, I can always cast... I have a spell for that.
They have like a
Lots
tidal
of
wave.
spells for that.
You have tidal wave.
Yes, I do.
Why is it every village we go to is on fire?
Well,
We're not
now
behind
it's
Chupa, are we?
So,
It depends how big the fire is as well. But I'm sure that will do it.
Okay, one moment, let me load up some stuff.
I do hope you're going to warn the villagers downstairs that a ton of water is about to fall on them.
Well, would it be like rain? It's not. Is it like
no,
sprinkled
by the
out?
way,
Nope.
all of water.
Yeah.
It says it right there. It says a wave of water.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
gonna
but I wouldn't drop it directly on them. I would originate it on the ground. Have it sort of wash across.
In a
And
village,
in the village.
which will probably destroy the village.
So the fire's out, but now they've got a flood.
Yeah,
Should we get the guest rooms ready and be on the lookout for the next cultist trying to infiltrate?
New Ieirithymbul.
The fire's out. That's the
What's
important.
Milo's helper guy called again? I can never remember.
What, Merlin?
Merlin.
No, not the cat. The guy, the raven guy that came along.
Oh, that is Remus.
Remus. Just, yeah, you better get Remus to get the rooms ready. I suppose.
400 people.
400 people. Get it ready.
It is a giant's castle. And it's not like it's that bad. If I move the water carefully, it won't do that much damage.
You don't move it. You just flop it down and it goes.
Where would you...
You have no control on it.
Borrowed opens the portal down to the ground,
Right.
because he can do that.
And fire everywhere.
Right.
Damn.
Borrow
Damn.
should be called Doctor Strange.
Damn.
Where would you like to tidal wave? I'll let you get one tidal wave off before I roll initiative.
Where even are we? I'm looking at a black square.
Oh, sorry. Should be over here.
I see nothing. I see a black square.
We've tested this, Sean. This works now.
We're here.
I see nothing. You are pinging. I am seeing no tokens.
I can't see anything either. What John's trying to do is to call a surprise.
It's also a black screen for me, I'm afraid.
It's a
That's
right.
surprise.
It's working for me. Anyway, I'll tidal wave there where the square is.
1 moment. Sage, you can see now.
I just had to refresh just in case.
Don't refresh.
Ah, too late.
Essela, you can see now.
I can see now.
I mean, Luna can already see, so...
30, okay.
Ironically, I think I'm one of the few people with dark vision.
Do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision, but not natural.
I don't have dark vision, but I'm seeing just fine, so I don't know what's going on with you guys. Picking the game, jeez.
Oh, and you have your night vision goggles, don't you, Sean?
Yep.
I see lots of goblins, goblinoids, and orcish people.
Not supposed to call them that, it's offensive.
Okay, so you're going to put this fire out, basically.
Yeah.
A giant wave washes up and just washes this building's fire away. And with that, the orcs and the goblins all start turning in your general direction, and you can hear, you know, not just these orcs and goblins here on this map, but you can hear this is a widespread attack. Could I get initiative counts from people? And
Oh, man.
I'm going to take you, and you can be...
Oh. I got a 21, but my token. I was a silly.
I'm still lagging. It's still black for me. I can't see anything, and it won't let me click. Here we go. Okay.
Have you loaded in now?
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, look at that! Natural 20.
Yeah,
And you
that's
can
not really
see
useful
stuff
for
now, Michael?
initiative.
Yeah, I can see everything now.
Cool.
Oh,
Steel?
there we go. Hang on. I had to reload because I could see a big white space on the map, but I couldn't actually see the map. But now it's loaded in properly, so. It's all gone horribly wrong. Hang on.
Oh, I still have my banner, my courage thing on, which is strange.
Lava. And now zoom out some more. There we go.
No, you have your aura on. You always have the
That's it.
aura.
Yeah, my aura. That's the one. I'm just that amazing.
Doobie 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 doobie.
One thing about doobies, you're gonna give people the wrong idea.
Doobie doobie. Doobie doobie. And just to remind John, you might want to put that on the stream if you haven't already.
I need to roll a lot of initiatives.
Well, that's your own fault for putting so many
Yeah, if you
enemies
just,
on the
if,
map.
you know, had just one enemy for us to kill, then,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, well, you know, you guys are so tough now that you can fight this many.
I take it that this guy here, he's a leader. Like,
I mean,
I'm surprised that there isn't like a group initiative for
I'm
big
sure the
battles
book.
like
I'm sure the
this.
book recommends initiative by group or by.
I'm doing initiative by group for this.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could just make this easier, John. Just have a dragon on. Just make a space dragon, and we can just send Milo in, and it's just a 1v1 battle, Milo versus a dragon, and that's it.
too right, no.
Tanny says, "Hey, don't die."
Oh, great one! Oh, great Pendragon! Come down!
Is Tanny talking to us or to the orcs? Just to be clear.
Sage.
Okay, so I'm gonna do bonus action of haste.
Is that a bonus action?
Is it a
No,
bonus action? No, it's not. Okay, so you know what I mean.
Action to
Yeah,
haste.
action to haste, and then I will just I'm gonna move.
So, an important thing to note, Michael.
Yep.
Your movement speed is normally 40 feet.
Yes.
So you can currently move 80 feet.
80 doubled, yeah. I'm just trying to think where I want to be. I'm just gonna run over to the guys south. Run over to these guys here. I'm about there.
Okay.
And that'll be me done. I just stare them down.
At the end of your turn, Michael,
Yep.
could you roll me a d20?
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
11.
Okay. Ursula.
Well,
I think all of us are really concerned.
It might have to do something about the fire, I'm thinking. It could be.
I mean-
But anyway, guys, go ahead.
these creatures, these gentlemen, seem to like fire. I see no
So give
reason.
it to them.
I see no reason not to give it to them. So I'm going to move forward 5, 10, 15, 20. Blarg. I'm going to break out one of my new toys, I think.
Okay.
It's going to be this one. Sorry.
Okay. Where
So
are
I'm
you
going-
placing?
Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to have to draw this now.
Please.
Alright, so the first one is going to be draw. Draw a shape. Oh, that's not gone well. I'll ignore that bit. Draw a shape. There we go. That's the one. So the first one is going to be. Actually, no, it's going to be down here. Second one is going to be here. Third one is going to be so basically a square down here to cover all these guys. That's 4 so
Yeah.
far.
Just
5,
screw all these lot. Just screw the lot.
6,
I can take them.
8, 9, yeah, 10. So yeah, all of those guys, that basically.
Okay, one moment.
Dead. Dead. Dead.
I'm just gonna copy some fire.
Just, bear with me while an inferno erupts.
Just to say, it is instantaneous, so it goes away immediately.
So Sage, you go running up, and suddenly just a column of fire explodes in front of you.
Ah!
Motherfucker.
Where did it come from?
The ground.
Just the ground.
The ground just.
Guys, lady with fire. Did you do this? Just turns out it's solar. Did you do that?
They like fire. I see no reason not to indulge their obsession.
I just
Okay.
thumbs up very awkwardly. Just.
None of them rolled in the double digits.
Dead. Dead.
Okay, let me double check these guys.
And yeah,
So that's 3 of those. Okay, he passed.
it is. Sorry,
Dead.
ignore
Dead.
that. I got it wrong.
46 halved to 23.
Have my calculator open whenever we play D&D.
You really should. And you make me a dex check. Nope.
Dead.
No. Okay.
I'm not
Excellent.
dead. I'm just very badly burned.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I think that's it. I don't think I've got any bonus actions I wish to do it at this time, so I'm happy with my turn as it stands. I think I've done some good work there. I think we can all agree it's a very productive day's work. So
Roll me a 20.
yeah. I rolled a 2, I think, but yeah. 5. Take the first one, so I pressed the wrong button.
Okay. The orcs up here look at you and are not happy.
They are perturbed by your course of
This one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and throw a pair of spears in your general direction, Essela. So that is actually no. Wait, they can do that, can't they? Yes, they are aggressive. So on their bonus action, I don't know why I pressed that because you can't see it. They're aggressive, so as a bonus action, they're going to go 5, 10, and swing a great axe at you.
Very well.
things worse than 2 spears, John.
It would be, except he rolled a 9 and a 14. So the other one is gonna do a similar move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Move and bonus action to get up to you, and is going to stab with a spear. A 12, so gonna guess no.
That's a no, I'm afraid.
Do I still have any goblins? Oh no, these guys can go though. They're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Goody.
Luna,
Yeah.
it is
Okay.
your go.
So I can move 30 feet. Right?
Yes.
Right. I can do the same as like an extra action.
You can do the same as your action. If you take your action to move, you can move another 30 feet.
Okay. All right. And then all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm being a little convoluted. So I'm moving Lunar over here. As soon as I figure out why it's not moving me and just
Because you're using
Oh,
the
right.
ruler.
Right. Okay,
Doing
so
that, you
move.
would move past the 2 orcs, and they will get an attack of opportunity against you.
And go up. Up.
You can take this path.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just do that. But basically, I'm ending up in the same place. So
Yeah,
that's the
just pretty
point.
much. Just if you be like, try and push through some walls.
Running around as they're distracted by Ursula. And then I'm going to now. Let me just make sure that I did this right. I did. You guys are so fucked. Because this is base level 10d8 damage.
Is it a bonus action?
Yeah, I'm using Warcaster.
Warcaster doesn't make it a bonus action, does it?
That's how we've always done it before.
No, Warcaster's just you can use a spell.
You've
as
got
a-
Spell Driver that lets you cast 2 spells as an action,
but you've already used your action.
but you've used your action to move the full 60 feet.
Isn't there a sorcerer thing that lets you use?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
I thought the sorcerer points. I know there was something that let me do things.
So you've got Spell Driver that lets you cast 2 spells as a bonus action. Or like
Right.
as an action, you cast 2 spells.
Okay.
There is a sorcery thing called Quicken Spell that you don't have that lets you cast a spell that would take an action as a bonus action.
Okay. Okay, so I can't actually do anything right now.
If you've got any spells that say they have a cast time of 1 bonus action,
Okay, alright,
you
hold on.
could
let me
cast
get my spells.
that.
Alright, hold on. First, I need to get rid of this because. Let's see. Okay, nope, that's an action.
Really fuck them up.
That's an action.
Or, yeah, wait till next turn, in which case you can do the action.
Oh! Should have used fucking Misty Step.
You
Is
could
that
use
a-
Misty Step to do that.
So then you've not used your action.
So you've not used
Okay.
your action, you use your movement to move, and then Misty Step to bamf the rest of the distance.
Right, and then since that's 1 bonus action, I can use. Because it says casting time 1 bonus action, then I can
Yes.
actually still use Cone of Cold, right?
Yes.
I'm getting that right this time? Okay. So there, I used that to move there, and now I'm gonna use Cone of Cold at level 7, which is
Okay.
10d8. And because it's a cone, I think you have that little cone thingy,
I do have a cone, 1 moment.
so that should tell you who all gets stuck in it.
It's a 60-foot angled cone, I think. Is the cone we are after.
Okay, there's no way that's right. It's only 40. We can work with that. We can work with that. So you've got your 40.
By the way,
35.
it would be.
So basically clipping these 2 groups.
It's a 60-foot cone out from you. 60.
Okay, it doesn't specify that in the spell. That it only, like...
Why is that 155? That's annoying me.
That's not counting.
See, with a cone, I kind of...
It doesn't go diagonally out from you that far.
Wait, Spell Driver is a bonus action, right? Wait, no, hold on. There's a way to do this.
Spell Driver is what's letting you do the 2 action, like doing the 2 spells in 1 turn.
Right. But Misty Step is a bonus action.
That's right.
So the Cone of Cold is my regular action.
Yes,
And my run was my move, right?
correct.
So if I use Spell Driver, then shouldn't that mean I can do 1 more Misty Step and then use Cone of Cold?
No, Spell Driver lets you do 2 spells a turn. Normally you wouldn't be able to do the Cone of... Like, if you'd done the Misty Step and didn't have Spell Driver, you wouldn't be able to cast another spell.
Even though it's a bonus action?
Even though it's a bonus action. Because you can only do so much in 6 seconds.
Oh, right, that's true. Okay, hold on. Let me look at something real quick then. Because I don't want to waste... Let me erase that, because I don't want to waste that on 4 dudes. I thought it reached further than that. Okay, hold on.
You could get to here and get that group.
And that's still within my movement?
That's
thingy?
still within the movement.
If you,
Okay,
if you
we'll
just
do
kind
that
of
then.
order things.
So basically, to rewind and show people at home my reasoning for this, the bamf from here to here puts you past the orcs, and then you can run 30 feet to here.
Right, so the Misty Step gets me past them without engaging their attack.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, cool.
And now I need a bunch of con saves from some orcs, please.
Like, I had a plan, and I thought it was a sound plan, and you've made it work as best you can. So thank you, John.
So 2 of them fail and take 39 points of damage. You go to the back for now. I need to touch these people, please. Sean, what is half of 39 for me?
39 divided by 2. 19.
19.5.
Yeah, we ran down.
Alright.
And then I need my bugbear sheet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, he scored a natural 20 and takes 19 points of damage. So 3 of the bugbears that are like turning round to be like, what's that over? Just freeze into perma statues. The orcs who are charging down the street in your direction, just ice freezes over them, and they just keep running. And this bugbear that's caught on the side of it is turning round as well, and just frost covers over him, and you just see this resistance in him to the cold build up. And it be just enough to keep him on the edge of life.
Just shame.
Could you roll me a d20, please, Jennifer?
Yes. Roll 1d20.
Okay.
Fuck.
Steal.
Right.
No, don't just go okay and then
Nah. Let him do it. Cause
Very
tension.
interesting. Why have you stayed? Next. I'm trying to debate. I'm trying to determine whether we want high or low. For this. Right. Okay. Right. We've got a bunch of douchebaggeries over here. We've also got a lot of douchebaggeries that Luna might have to deal with if they get to her. So I think my best option is probably paste it up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
There was chat on the stream for people. Enjoy that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I opened up my chat bot and it decided, you know what? I'm not going to go on the screen I'm always on. I'm going to go on the main screen. Ha!
That's the problem. Now the chat knows John's diabolical plans IRL. We're sorry about that, but you know.
Okay, so
anyway.
That's your action and your move. You still have a bonus and a bonus action from haste.
An extra action from hasting. So I am going to bonus action wise. Don't think I really do. Because the haste doesn't give me that use bonus to make another dash, which would be silly to even think. But I could probably try and take a pop shot with a bow. 120 range, almost over 300 feet range on that. Fuck.
Yeah,
So,
you got a good bow.
so I think probably those guys look like the biggest douchebags.
Okay.
Maybe, so I'm going to try and the one right at the front there.
Sorry, the one right at the front here.
Right at the front. What do you think? Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to hit him. Let's see if I manage it.
I just turned you up and you've gone very quiet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a hit. The arrow sinks into him.
15 piercing damage.
He slams to the ground. Ice cracking off of him as he slides.
Slides along the now icy floor.
Yes.
Like a hockey puck.
Steel.
Roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Oh, I know what it is. We're curling with monsters, aren't we?
Cool.
One.
These bugbears. These are the only bugbears, right? Yeah.
I think I can move Bulletor. Bulletor would just move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. Hello.